Okay, guys. Wanted to show you how I make chili here on the Redneck Rancho. Okay. Now I'm taking this hamburger. I don't want to do that to a black man who's dating a Native American woman and moving to Korea together. You know? Their culture is called the Zaibukan culture. Zaibukan. Zaibukan is Vietnamese native nationals by choice. See, Vietnamese native nationals. I'm making chili today. Making chili today. I wanted to tell you that those back in the corner are clean. I just okay. I'm browning my hamburger now. Got a little bit of spaghetti in here. Okay. Got some green pepper and some onion. You know, I wanted to tell you there's not much point in moving to the city if you're transgender. There's not much point in moving to the city. Because, you know, a lot of your, urban communities, urban culture, just doesn't accept transgender very much, A lot of your urban culture doesn't accept transgender. the urban culture and the laws are good for transgender in the city, but the people, the urban culture, the people in the urban cultures, the urban society. Now, if it's really high-end, older, yuppie-fied people in the city, they would be more accepting if they're older, white, yuppie people. But a lot of your city, urban culture, just don't accept transgender people. So there's not really any point in moving to the city to be, living your lifestyle if you're that way. There ain't no point in moving to the urban area. Because the people that are native to the urban area just don't accept transgender people. So all that stuff about moving to the city is a lot of malarkey, So I learned that the hard way. A lot of your urban city people just don't like transgender people. They're just about as homophobic as the country people. That's your, hey there, Leah Stevenson. Good to see you. I took the wood burning stove out of the camper. I worked hard to make my camper look good, and it made the camper look bad, and besides it just kind of, I was smoking. Just the effects of the smoke, I was coughing. I ended up coughing because of that smoke in that camper. But urban culture, city culture, street culture, just doesn't lend itself to that kind of lifestyle, And that's why there's no point in really going there. Yeah. That's why there's no real point in going there, honestly. Not because I hate, the urban cultures, of people. I'm just saying that they don't accept transgender people. They're homophobic, They're homophobic. A lot of your urban cultures are. They just are homophobic, transphobic. Yeah, if their urban cultures are transphobic, homophobic, the urban cultures are. I mean, you might as well be with a bunch of Trump-supporting white people. You might as well. Because those people who vote for Biden and all that stuff, those urban cultures, they hate transgender people. They don't all hate transgender people, but they don't like transgender people. And gay people and LGBTQ plus people. So there's no point really moving there. There's no acceptance there. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's the truth. They're not. A lot of your inner city or your urban communities just don't accept trans people, gay people. They're not accepting. They're not accepting. They're about as bad as country people. And that's all there is to it, That's just what I think is true. Maybe other people might disagree with me, but that's what I think is true. I think it's just they give you, it's a false narrative, It's a false idea. They give you a false idea. It's a false idea. Good. Anyway, yeah, that's what I had to say about that. That's all that is. Okay, guys. What else is new? Okay, this is my grease. This is how I do my grease. Okay. Pour it in the garbage can. And I don't have to use a strainer and dirty up a strainer. That's why I like not dirtying up the strainers. You know. Now drain the grease out of the hamburger, guys. Okay, I'm being a good cook. I'm draining the grease out of the hamburger. Oh, guys. Yes, okay. So, yeah. Yeah, I want you guys here. I'm not hating, guys. You can come in anytime you want to. I have the right to speak my opinion. I'm just speaking my opinion. It's not a bad opinion. I'm not hating. I'm just saying the way I think that it is. You know, that the cultures, just aren't all they're cracked up to be, They're not, the cultures just aren't all they're cracked up to be. The cultures aren't, All these cultures. All these cultures just aren't all they're cracked up to be. All these cultures aren't, All these cultures and subcultures and modern culture. I mean, the hippie culture was good in a way, but John Lennon hit women and got drunk and got in fights with men. He claimed to be a big peace guy, all about peace and love and all this, peace and stuff, and then he ends up being a violent man, having his own violence. So a lot of people that talk about these modern cultures are just people that don't even, live it. They don't even live by their modern cultures. They're just full of shiza. But that's the truth. They're full of shiza. They're full of shiza. They're full of shiza. I think when people are full of shiza, they're full of shiza. I think they're full of shiza. They're full of shiza. They're full of shiza. They're full of shiza. I'm putting the 1980s paprika. 1980s paprika. 1988 paprika. Right in here. 42 years old. Woo! Good stuff. I'm telling you, the old paprika. It's seasoned with age. Spices are. The older spices get in a jar, the more fermented and the stronger they get. Yeah, 50-year-old. Oh, shit. You have a 50-year-old bottle of paprika, man. I'm telling you. It's going to be good stuff when you put that in your chili. 50-year-old paprika, nothing better. It gives it a better taste to it. Woo. Feel the taste. But you got to watch out for the urban cultures, because they're not open-minded. They're not tolerant, these modern open urban city cultures, social cultures, popular cultures of the city, urban culture, city culture. A lot of your urban city culture is just not, transgender friendly and gay friendly. These modern cultures are just not open-minded. These modern cultures are just not open-minded. These open-minded cultures are not so open-minded, subculture. And I tell you, these back here are clean. I wash those. A lot of these modern cultures are just not open-minded cultures. I put paprika, chili powder, and pepper in this. No garlic for Mom. She does not like it. A little spaghetti, hamburger, green pepper, and onion. It's a simple recipe for simple chili. And it's don't have a lot of sodium because this ain't got no salt in it, yo. Sodium, 15 milligrams. That's all there is in there. 15 milligrams of sodium. 530 milligrams of sodium. We try to get some low sodium beans, okay? Oh man, it's gonna have some good taste to that. Some flavor! Alright, guys. Fudge. 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 That's our recipe for Italian chili. Italian chili, it's the stuff you get at the Olive Garden. Fudge. You know, it's Olive Garden chili. And Olive Garden chili has a little carrot in it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this grater here and put a little bit of a carrot in here, in this bad girl. But, you know, I'm just stating my opinion. But it's just like the elephant in the room, and nobody is willing to acknowledge, you know, the elephant in the room. You know what I mean? Nobody's willing to acknowledge the elephant in the room. Nobody's willing to acknowledge the elephant in the room. I mean, now I've always thought that Dave Chappelle was funny. But, you know, J.K. Rowling wrote this transphobic book. And you know, Dave Chappelle said transphobic stuff before, and now he said he supports J.K. Rowling, and he supports the TERFs, you know? You know, he supports the TERFs. And Kevin Hart, you know, a lot of other urban-minded people. Even Kid Rock, you know? He's a rapper, Kid Rock. He said homophobic stuff. Hey, I don't think modern cultures are open-minded. A lot of modern subcultures aren't all open-minded. I think a lot of your modern subcultures are modern trend to homophobic ideas. No, I'm not glitching. I'm not trying to glitch. But I think the modern cultures are not always open-minded. The urban city cultures are not that open-minded. I think your urban city cultures aren't always open-minded. I mean, there's some good city cultures, but you know, there are some open city. Oh, that's okay. I think some urban city cultures can be open-minded, but some urban city cultures are just not open-minded. And you just can't say it's open-minded because it's an urban city culture. You know, some urban city cultures are not. Good to see you, Sugar Britches, Leah Sampson, with you. What do y'all think about Von Helton? I've been watching Von Helton just to be watching him, you know, even though he's gone. You know, he's still on Facebook, and he goes live on Facebook. Von Helton does. He's actually still around, and Marshall Elvis Travels is actually gone. You've said all kinds of homophobic. No, I haven't neither, Sir Speedy. You know, I think you are, you know, you are a, yeah, there you go. How about that one? You know, no, I think that's how that they think. You know what you've done? You've done nothing but, troll me. I don't need you here, Sir Speedy. Hide user on this channel. There. Oh, yeah, Von Hilton. I just watched him to see what he's like, you know? I'm going to hide Sir Speedy and get rid of his butt. Because he ain't done nothing to contribute to this channel. But $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $5, $10, $15, $20 on that super chat. If you want to donate to my super chat, that would be nice. But I'm not an e-bagger. I just, whatever you did to contribute would be a generous thing. So anyway, Sir Speedy is gone. Woo, brother. He's a hater too, you know. I don't need him. I don't need him here. They're not contributing, you know, to the channel, to the positivity. You know, it tastes a little bland without salt. I admit it. It tastes a little bland about salt. Without salt. Whew. Yes, Laura Sampson. Where's she at? Sugar Bria. Britches. Leah Sampson, yeah. And how much longer? Look at it and see what you think. I don't want people to see me. They're not going to see you. They see the chili. Should I go ahead and put the,
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Okay. It might take a minute for it to heat up in there and you can get you some. Okay, I've got my pepper, my diced tomatoes and my chili. Here's the product. Simple chili recipe. Once again, I started browning hamburger. Approximately maybe a pound of hamburger and a half of onion, a half of green pepper with maybe a little more than a half. A can of chili beans, a can of diced tomatoes, maybe a teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of and a little more chili powder, and a teaspoon of black pepper. So I wanted you to know it's a nice easy recipe for chili. It's going to taste a little bland because you don't have your, you're going to have a little bland, you don't have salt in this. But once again, this is pretty good actually. Excuse me. 3.5 servings per container. 500 milligram. I wonder if they have low sodium chili beans.
Yeah.
You know, if you get dried beans in a bag,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have any sodium, wouldn't it? It's the prepared food that has sodium, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think, dried beans are a good way to go. You can stock up on them, too.
No, I like,
Well, I'm glad I got that wood burning stove out of the camper. I think it made the camper look bad anyway.
yeah. When are you gonna do the mower on the bathroom?
I'm going to do it. I'm going to drink a little coffee. Is that okay?
Yeah, and you do it.
Lazy days for you and me. Yeah.
I like it really, really steaming hot.
I'm glad. It's good that way.
But I don't like a lot of pepper in it.
Yeah. Spicy, you mean?
Yeah. Did you put a whole spoon of pepper?
Not quite. I just dashed some in. I didn't use a actual thing.
Do you think we have any, can you look and see if we have any paper towels? Oh, I know where there's some. Napkins. In my car. Would you do something for me? Will you stop it?
Yeah, okay. Good night, guys. Yeah, what do you want me to do?